And after a short break, I hope everybody has ran to the bathroom or ran to their kitchen to grab some water. I am feeling much more refreshed, very parched after a long 70-minute game, but an exciting game between Kanye's KomradZ and Trash Tier revamped. Apparently, Trash Tier revamped. Game one was exciting. It was 70 minutes long. Multiple like base saving fights, and Trash Tier able to just kind of come away with it by the skin of their teeth due to a couple good plays and a couple misplays there on the part of themselves and on the part of Kanye's KomradZ. So with that, I will just remind everybody that this is All About Dota on twitch.tv/allaboutdota, and I am your caster for the evening. I am legion170 here, bringing you part of the RD2L Season 4 preseason action in this scrimmage. This will be Game 2 and our final game here on the channel for the night, so let's go ahead and jump into the draft. As you can see, much like in our first game, we have Ember Spirit and the Invoker being banned out on the part of these two teams, and a little bit of love for RD2L coming out and being shown by Trash Tier with the Naga Siren ban first picked overall. RD2L basically single-handedly kept his team in the game with that Naga Siren, so no surprises there to see her banned out. The Ember Spirit, like I've talked about many times on this cast, I am actually kind of getting to like him a little bit more. I do understand that he is a really good hero for team fights, especially if you want these long, drawn-out team fights in which he can use his sleight of fist to really nuke people down. My biggest problem still with Ember Spirit is that he just gets nuked down so quickly, which is why I hesitate to give him first ban status over some other heroes that I think are a little bit more disruptive in their play. But nevertheless, he is banned out along with the Invoker, who's always a good ban in my opinion. And then the Lycan, so a little surprising that they took so much bonus time. Maybe they were discussing whether or not they wanted to actually pick the Lycan and let him through and try and get him, but deciding instead to not. And there's a hero right there that I think deserves a first ban every single time, and that's the Nature's Prophet. You know, Rat Dodo, whatever you want to call it. I despise the Nature's Prophet because he is just such a pest. He's so annoying to deal with in the fact that you could completely wipe a team and then look up and, oh my god, my base is being raxed because there's Nature's Prophet doing his thing. Like, he is just such a nuisance, and it's so hard to control him throughout the different phases of the game that you really have to get on him very early, and you have to keep that pressure on him throughout the entire game in order to be really effective. Kanye's KomradZ is going to counter that with the Timbersaw, so a good pick to get rid of the Sprout to really kind of deal with some of the things that Nature's Prophet can do. And the Shadow Shaman coming out, a really good push support hero. He could be that solo mid if you really wanted him to. He can do a lot of different things. You get a Blink Dagger on the Shadow Shaman, and he's really good initiation. You get the Blink and the Ags, and he's good initiation with the potential to really mess some stuff up. And the Ancient Apparition comes out for the second time in this game. Probably going to be, I would imagine, going to be on Joseph Kony again, since he did he really did a good job with the Ancient Apparition and using that global ult to control things. So I would imagine to see it on him again. Meanwhile, Zeus is banned out. Kind of an interesting ban. I mean, I guess last game the Trash Tier did have Arnora playing the carry Lina, so I guess anything is possible, but a little bit odd there to have Zeus banned out. Lion, a great utility hero, able to have multiple CCs, to have that big burst damage ultimate, and really do a lot of things. And then the Weaver, another one of those heroes that I think could be banned out every single game if you really wanted to. He is, again, another one of those heroes. Such a nuisance to deal with the Shikuchi, with his ultimate, that he can just cause chaos in team fights, and he can really mess things up. He is one of the heroes. He's the one hero. I will say this right now. He's the one hero that can really mess up a duel or a easy lane. Just because of the different things that he can do. Yeah, you could shut him down with sentries or with other things, but he can really mess things up if you let him. And the Centaur comes out now, this time on the part of Kanye's KomradZ, so not willing to allow Yokata to have that with the Tiny again. One thing that I did kind of gloss over there is the Corobulus ban. A good ban out if you're thinking that the other team is going to go for a push. You know, pairing up with the Lycan. Those two heroes are huge pushers, especially when it comes to about 20 minutes. You get to that mid-game, you get some early core items on them, and they're going to be able to push down towers like it's their job. And Really, it is their
5
job.
seconds.
But Trash Tier going for Global Presence. They've got Nature's Prophet. They've got Ancient Apparition. You know, if they really wanted to continue that theme of Global Presence, you could see a Spectre coming out here. You could see potentially that Treant Protector coming out here. I mean, things with Global Presence like that will work well in this strategy, but they're going to talk it out and dip into their bonus time. You know, this draft seems a little bit more methodical, dipping more into the draft time. They're going to pick out the IO, so another hero that I kind of glossed over there that lends that global presence. It'll be interesting here to see if Kanye's KomradZ picks up the Tiny to keep it away from Trash Tier, because I think that could be where they're going next. And if Kanye's KomradZ, nope, they're going to let it go through. They're going to pick up the Venomancer. So what's going to come out here? I would imagine it's going to be the Tiny. Venomancer, another hero with good push, good anti-push. Useful in a team fight. Storm Spirit actually comes out, so not the Tiny after all. So Kanye's KomradZ with an opportunity to ban that out if they want to. Maybe Trash Tier is thinking something else, though. Maybe they're thinking a CK or a Sven, but I would imagine it would be probably the Tiny that you would want to pick up here to pair with that
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
And Kanye's KomradZ is going to talk this one out. They're going to ban out the Ursa. So another hero that works well with IO, one that I hadn't really considered, because I don't really know that Ursa fits supremely well in with this lineup. But look at the global presence for that. You've got the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, you've got the Nature's Prophet and his teleport and his ultimate, you've got the IO, you've got the Storm Spirit that can zip in. And there's so much global presence here. And they're going to take a long time with their ban. So one thing I haven't considered is what is Kanye's KomradZ going to do? They ban out the Slark, which is not a bad thing, but I think that the Centaur really could run that off lane, especially paired up with the Venomancer. I think or the Timbersaw really by themselves could do that, so you could see the Centaur being that core unit. I mean, so you could really go anything if you wanted to here with Kanye's KomradZ. I think they need a little bit of damage, so you know, maybe like a Shadow Fiend, maybe a Luna. You know, Luna would fit in really well here. She's going to add in some push. She's going to be that carry slot, so you could send maybe like the Veno mid. I don't know. You even send the Timbersaw mid if you really wanted to. You haven't seen that in a long time, but you could do that to balance your lanes out a little bit. So they have some flexibility. And Outworld Destroyer, or Devour, sorry, the Outworld Devourer is actually the pickup here. Really solid mid lane hero in all phases of the game. Early game with the harassment from the imprisonment and the sniper pickup here. So interesting to see what they're going to do here with the IO. Ellen Pudge going to go on that sniper. So Ellen Pudge in the mid lane, I would imagine. With Joseph Kanye, yeah, he's definitely on the Ancient Apparition. Right on the Nature's Prophet. So maybe a core Nature's Prophet here? I don't know, the Centaur, or no, the Centaur went to the offlane last game, so probably the offlane Nature's Prophet, with Ellen Pudge going to the mid and Lily being the core on the Storm Spirit. Meanwhile, a little less clear what they're gonna do up on Kanye's KomradZ, and they're taking their time here, picking up the heroes. So we'll start again up here at the Dire. We have Psyka on the Centaur, Pear Bear playing the Venomancer, Jubby on the Timbersaw, Rob KZ on the Outworld Devourer, and Reverence on the Shadow Shaman. Here's hoping the Reverence doesn't get picked off quite as much as he did last game. Felt bad for the poor guy. Ellen Pudge is on the Sniper, heading towards that mid lane ride. Actually swapped over to the IO. He was not on that earlier. Instead, Yokata is going to play the Nature's Prophet, Lily on the Storm Spirit, and Coney on the Ancient Apparition. So it looks like Yokata is going to head off towards that offlane, whereas Ride's going to support Lily in this offlane role. So kind of an interesting deal with the IO pickup. I mean, they could pair it up with the Storm Spirit and do some things with that. Not exactly what I imagined that they were going to be doing with it.
30 seconds to battle.
You see the heroes kind of coming together. Nope, just gonna Just gonna casually tether and walk away from each other. Oh, grabbed the ward. That's what was going on. So split the ward up there. Meanwhile, it looks like we're going to have an aggressive tri-lane on the part of the Dire here with Pear Bear and Reverence and Psycho coming down here. What they don't know is they're walking right into multiple heroes of the Radiant. Reverence being a little crazy right now. But no, he's going to be fine, and he's going to throw up an Observer Ward. And Riot actually places on the other side, so they probably didn't see each other's wards go down. But Reverence has got sentries, so he could block camps or try to look for that Observer Ward if he wants to. So a ward up here to give sight on Ellen Pudge. And pings come out on Coney.
Denied!
No, Pear Bear's going to kind of dive towards Lily while Coney's going to get some harass damage on Reverence. Bear going to take some damage there, and Centaur pauses the game. Somebody lag out again? Yes. So, Kanye's KomradZ having some bad problems with the lag. Meanwhile, RD2L already doing that OD thing with the Astral Imprisonment there on the sniper. Actually, as we pull up the CS chart, you know, look at RD2L and those denies. He's got 4 denies already. 49 seconds, so doing a really good job of controlling what the sniper is going to get down there.
I almost trust you.
So, after a very close, long game last game, it'll be interesting to see what these two teams are doing. It does look like TTR is kind of playing for that long game this time with the global presence, the sniper, everything else that they've got. But Kanye's KomradZ, they could do a lot of different things. They could push, they could potentially go late game as well. So it'll be an interesting matchup, definitely, as we move further into this game. And smoked up are the supports for the Dire. Reverence and Pear Bear, they're going to walk right by this Observer, not going to be seen by it. They're going to sneak up here behind and try and get on Ellen Pudge here. And Ellen Pudge is diving up the ramp. Could be in a lot of trouble here. Supports are kind of hesitant. They're waiting. They're waiting. Here comes Reverence. He's got the shackle. Pings come out. The Astral Imprisonment comes out. RD2L shackle on Ellen Pudge now. RD2L throwing out the auto attacks. Here comes the Gale. Some more auto attacks, and first blood goes to RD2L. So Ellen Pudge realized that she was probably going to die. Tried to get some auto attacks off on RD2L, but nothing doing there. Not able to overcome the rotation on the part of the Dire. So first blood does go to RD2L. That'll be a good boon for him. He's got 363 gold, and actually he's got something coming on the courier, and it is going to be a bottle. So a very, very good bottle time there with almost enough for his boots. So a very good rotation there, and Psycho gets dove there. Ride's going to fall to the tower, so a decent return kill there. You're definitely hoping that the core doesn't die like that, but
they're really falling for it.
He falls, gets a little bit of return gold for it, and here he comes TPing back in because of that. Just caught the tail end of that, but Psycho being a little too aggressive, I think, and I mean, he knew his supports were nowhere around. He knew that he wasn't going to have any help if they really went in on him, and still he ends up falling to this tri-lane. RD2L in a lot of trouble. He's taking a lot of harass damage here. Forced to bottle up. He's going to have to use that Tango too. And you know, for all the harassment that he's taken here, he's still 11 and 7 at the top of the chart here, so he is doing a really good job controlling that lane. Sniper is 10 and 5 now, so both of them are doing a good job of getting some CS and denying the other hero from some CS, so they should be relatively even there. Meanwhile, the two cores, the Storm Spirit's 11 and 1 and the Centaur 10 and 1, so everything is relatively even, even though there is a 2-1 advantage in favor of the Dire. after a really crazy aggressive first game. I actually caught first blood again this game. I had a little bit of a rough patch with these solo games, but catch first blood, catch the tail end of the second blood, and relatively quiet now. Ellen Pudge are going to pick up a haste rune, so opportunity here to do some really good things against RD2L, who's bottle crowing once again. And RD2L is going to try to throw out an imprisonment, maybe? It's headshot. You know, up at this top lane here, you've got 14 and 3 Nature's Prophet up against the 11 and 2 Jubby on the Timber Saw, and Jubby's about to hit level 6, so that Chakram could do really good things against this Nature's Prophet.
Oh, sweet!
Kind of a quick look around here. OD almost having those boots up. Tread's almost up on the Centaur as well. And not much on the sports. And Psycha gets cold feeded out and definitely diving again too far. I don't know what. The Gale comes out on 3. Ride taking a lot of damage. Reverence pulled back in, and Reverence going to die as well. And Yokata now teleports in, and Pear Bear's going to fall as well. Yeah, he does. So 3 kills there. I don't know what Psycha was doing. Again, it's one of those things where, like, last time he tried to do that by himself, he knew that he was going to be in a lot of trouble, and he died. This time, yeah, he had some support there, but really, what are those guys going to do against the CC of that tri-lane? Like, there's not a whole lot they're going to be able to do. So he kind of dives, overcommits, results in 3 kills. They get a D-ward here.
Dire's bottom tower is under siege.
A very big swing there for TTR. With the first blood, you had to feel that RD2L and Yeeza's, or Kanye's KomradZ,
Dire's bottom tower is being
in a
attacked.
good position to kind of start this thing off and snowball a little bit, but with those return kills, 2 kills for that Storm Spirit, 800 gold, going to be well on the way to starting that Orchid if that's what he's going to do. And Storm Spirit is one of, if not the best snowball heroes out there. I mean, you get some kills on him, and he can just jump around and cause all kinds of havoc. As with this Nature's Prophet, who's got phase boots up already. So Chakram hits nothing. Jubby trying to get some harass, does do the whirling death there. It takes quite a bit of damage on his own. He's only got 1 level into reactive armor. So Yokata's going to be able to do some pretty decent harass damage towards him. And things towards the top of this CS chart are actually pretty even. You got 26 and 13 from the OD, then 24-4 from Nature's, and 24-3 from the Timber, and 22-11 for the Sniper. Everybody's well within each other. Nobody's really taking over this. And Ellen Pudge in trouble. Gale connects after Reverence takes a ton of damage from that tower. The ultimate comes down from RD2L, and RD2L falls as well. And Pear Bear is actually, yep, dead. Boom, snipe headshot. So again, kind of diving out of control there, our Kanye's Crusaders. I don't know if that's a communication thing or if they were just being overly aggressive, but they thought they could get the kill on Ellen Pudge, and Ellen Pudge gets a little support and just turns around and wastes all of them. So 7-2 now for TTR. Not a good position for Kanye's Crusaders to be in. But again, last game they were in that position and they ended up clawing their way back in, so maybe they're going to try to do something again. Maybe this is just kind of a slow start team. I'm not 100% certain, but the one thing I will say is that RD2L is definitely not a hero that can catch up as well this game as he was last game. You know, Naga Siren is a hero that, yeah, she's relatively slow till she gets that Radiance, but as soon as she gets that, you can do all kinds of things with her. You know, if you get behind a lot with OD, you're probably just not going to catch up. Like, there's not a whole lot of catch-up potential there for the Outworld Devour. Ice Blast comes in, connects on nothing. RD2L able to just kind of narrowly avoid that. And Lily throwing out some harass damage on Psychic. No, she's just going to last hit, deny. So we've had small bursts of activity followed by nothing, and Io caught out here by Jubby. I don't know what she's doing. And the Stampede comes out. Oh my goodness, is Jubby not going to get this kill? No. Killed by a neutral creep. What in the world just... Where was the The neutral was over here. It threw a blast
Dire's
that
top tower is
followed
under
a...
siege.
Wow, I can't even speak. That's so crazy. Yeah, those neutrals followed Jubby and followed the IO out here, and then when the IO tethered, that one little blast followed it. And I just got so caught up in
Dire's
that
middle tower
Sniper
is being attacked.
picks off the Outworld. So I got to get better at doing that. Caught up in explaining what happened, and then I missed a kill. But Ellen Pudge is just
Dire's
dominating right
bottom
now.
tower
3-1 and
is
1.
under
Just look at
attack.
that gold, 1,700 gold. Interesting what she's going to do. She's
Dire's
going to try to
bottom
go for
tower
that
has
Shadow
been
Blade, or if
destroyed.
she's going to pick up just a straight damage farming item. Pear Bear looking for Ride. He wants some death, but not going to get it.
Dire's middle tower is under
Ice Blast
siege.
comes in here. Storm Spirit, is he going to initiate? No. TP comes from RD2L. He pings on
Dire's
Lily.
middle tower is under attack.
Wants to kill somebody,
It's
but
probably
nothing
fine.
doing.
Trust
Pings
me,
come out from
I'm
the
a
ancient apparition.
supercomputer and I
Kanye
barely
knows what's going
understand
on, and so does
happening
Lily.
right now.
So 8-3 now in the favor of TTR. Pull up the experience graph for the first time, and we have a 4,000 experience lead for TTR and a 4,000 gold lead as well for them. So things going really well, just like they did in the beginning of the last game. Really controlling things. Yeah, they lost the first blood to a good rotation, but after that one good rotation, really, I mean, there was another rotation, but it ended up in disaster here with all the heroes for the Dire dying. Ice Blast comes out, no, scared away by Ellen Pudge, so a little bit of a misplay there on the part of Ellen Pudge. Should have just kind of tried to bait that out a little bit and maybe coax RD2L into that Ice Blast, but not able to do so. And so Jubby is here now. Stampede comes out, Chakram hits, Whirling Death. They want some kills here. Jubby's going in. He throws out the Timber Chain and just runs away. Snipe comes out. Jubby not gonna die. Very close. Very, very close. And in the meantime,
Dire's bottom tower
up here,
is
as
under
we're watching that
siege.
battle go on, Pear Bear is picked off by Yokata. Yokata teleports in there and able to pick off the lonesome
Dire's bottom tower
lonesome
is being
Venomancer.
attacked.
So a lot of activity going on in the mid lane, and then it was all a distraction. They all just wanted me to miss a
Dire's
kill.
top tower is under
The problem
attack.
with these global presence lineups is you look one way, and then all of a sudden, bam, the one guy by himself on the other way, he's dead. And so Lily's going in here. Oh, wow.
Dire's
And
top
Pear Bear's
tower
going
is
to
under
pay for that.
siege.
Walks right into the Ice Blast. Lily zips out of Psycha's Stomp, but does not have the mana to do anything else. Well played on the part of Lily there. And
Dire's middle
just
tower is under
like I said,
attack.
as one person goes,
Dire's middle
the
tower
other person
has
dies.
been
And then I jump up
destroyed.
there, and then they die. Yep, pings come out from Kony. Jubby picks up that kill down there, so good for him. Lily's sticking around too long. Again, it was me and my assumptions. I assumed that she was out and stuck around a little bit and paid for it with her life.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Things have quieted down now. Midas up on the Nature's Prophet, so going for that late farm build. Mask of Madness actually on the Ellen Pudge, so it's kind of an interesting pickup. You don't see that a ton anymore just because Sniper is such a glass cannon that activating that Mask of Madness is really dangerous if you don't have cover, because he's going to take that extra damage, and he's just going to walk up now with the Chilling Touch on, and look at him do the damage. Snipe on the Shadow Shaman, but really is it worth it? I mean, that was a core sniper for a Shadow Shaman. I think that if you were Kanye's Crusaders, or Kanye's KomradZ, sorry, if you're Kanye's KomradZ, you are you're going to be okay with that trade right there. Ice Blast does connect on Jubby, but it's not doing a ton of damage. It's only the level 6 ulti, so like only level 1. Yokata doing that Nature's Prophet thing, split pushing a little bit. Actually, good progress on the mechanism coming up from that IO as Midas is picked up by RD2L. But both teams kind of going for this late focus lineup with the Midases coming out. Those things aren't going to pay for each other for, you know, a good 20-25 minutes, and there goes the Timber Chain, Mixed Division, the Chakram, or the Chakram. Wards come out on Lily. Lily's not going to be sticking around here. Jubby picks up a double kill there as he's able to pick up the IO. Ice Blast comes in, connects on 2. Lily's going to have to run away. No, Lily's gonna have to zip out. Zips up a little bit, but she's out of mana now. Chakram connects. Venom heads her picked off by the sniper from way downtown. Jubby coming in from behind. He really wants this kill. He does have the mana for a Timber Chain, but he zips up and nothing's there. So he's going to walk right into this sniper if he continues this way. And he throws the Chakram up the wrong way. He's getting headshot a bunch. Ellen Pudge activated that Mask of Madness, and Joseph Kony, here comes the snipe, and goodbye, Jubby.
Ow. Now that's what I call
So Jubby getting too greedy
power.
there. He thought he had a kill on Lily. He chased it a long, long ways and runs right into two heroes that sandwich him and come up with a kill. So 14-8 now in the favor of TTR. I really feel that this game does not reflect the closeness of what I feel is actually going on. You know, I actually feel that in terms of farm, this game is really close. I think that the Dire, I think that Kanye's have really made some bad misplays here that have led to some deaths. There was a bad rotation in the mid lane. Saika had a couple bad dives there that resulted in 2 deaths. And now Ride, look at Ride. What is Ride doing? He's stomped, he's double-edged, and he's gonna
Over here now.
not get away. No, he's picked up by the Centaur. The Centaur, though, is gonna... Oh, he's gonna get imprisoned. Defensive imprisonment coming out now. But look at that Spirit. It's gonna come out and... Oh, it does not kill him. But Yokata teleports in. He picks up the kill.
Dire's bottom tower is being
Care Bear's in
attacked.
trouble, and he dies. Yokata's gonna go down too. Rob KZ goes down as well. So all kinds of death going on here. We have a 2-3 exchange right now. Lily picked up by... He was chained
Dire's
up there,
bottom
but
tower is under attack.
not able to throw the wards down first, so nothing really going on there. So that's going to be a lot of gold for the Dire if they want to just clean these things up.
Spree.
Ellen Pudge
You can run, but you can't hide.
snipes off the Timbersaw. So Timbersaw never chained away, but able to get that snipe on him. I guess. I don't know. Like, I thought he was
Thanks.
clearly away, so I moved over towards other things, and he was not clearly away. So 19-10 now. An IO gank coming in here on Pear Bear. Ellen Pudge, Mask of Madness activated, and goodbye, Pear Bear. Yes, goodbye,
Dire's
Pear
top
Bear.
tower is under attack.
The IO spirits actually pick up the kill. Rob KZ teleports right into the middle of a Sprout, and he's going to fall as well. Yeah, GG's called. Wow. So after a
Dire's
really
top tower
great
is being
70-minute long game, we have a complete domination here on the part of TTR, 21-10.
Radiant
No
were
towers
playing
actually
marginally
destroyed in
less
this
poorly
match,
than Dire,
but
and as I
TTR were
suppose,
just
the
snowballing
winner-
too heavily. The power of that global lineup was just too much for Kanye's KomradZ to overcome, and so they tap out at just 16 minutes and 26 seconds. A great performance here on the part of TTR. Great performance. Ellen Pudge, MVP of the game, of both games by far. So a great showing from TTR. Kanye's, I really felt that they were in this game for a long stretch of period of time, and the farm was there. I just felt that there were a couple misplays, a couple bad rotations, a couple unnecessary deaths, unnecessary dives that kind of led to their downfall. So I think if they just work on kind of ironing out those communication issues that probably led to those, that they're going to be a really solid team in the future. But for right now, TTR, the better team, they take this 2-0. This will be the end of our cast, so I just want to plug one more time that this has been a broadcast brought to you by All About Dota. You can find us on twitch.tv/allaboutdota. You can look me up. I am legion170. It has been a pleasure casting for you guys, and we will see you in the future. Thanks for watching. This has been All About Dota.